Hey guys, welcome back to INSANEBRIT Gaming. I'm your host, the INSANEBRIT, and this is this week's News Friday, where I talk about all the week's gaming news, topics, and anime, etc., and some movie news this week as well. We're going to be kicking off with Phil Spencer and Xbox One's launch of a new subscription service called Xbox One Game Pass. Now, basically, I believe this is like the PlayStation Now. I'm unsure. I haven't fucked with that shit either, and I won't be fucking with this, or at least I don't see myself doing that. Basically, you pay a price a month, which is $10 a month in the USA, specifically, probably about 6-7 quid in the UK, I don't know. And you get access to over 100 games on this subscription service. Basically, at launch it will have 100 games where you can play for free. And then, like Netflix, it will add like 5 to 7 or 8 games each month, and then it will take some away. So, realistically, I can see that being a positive thing for Xbox One, or gamers rather, overall. Okay, you can basically, if you ain't got money to pay for new games every single month, this is a short and sweet narrative of playing games that you have not experienced. And I find myself personally that most of the games that I play aren't worth 40 or 50 quid. Some are, but a lot of them are not. And I think to myself, my God, I'm so happy I did not pay full price for this. And so I think it's a good thing overall for many gamers. Because, I mean, if you think about it, if you go out and buy pre-owned, you pay 15 to 20 quid on a pre-owned game anyway. That's just one game. So you pay 10 and you get all these access to loads of games. That is a good thing overall for most gamers. Even as a YouTuber, I should do that based on the fact that I can play some old games, record them for you guys, or might just share my experiences and then whatever. It's just it'd be a good idea. However, I personally, not being biased with the PlayStation or Xbox One, because again I own both, I personally won't be doing the service. I don't know why. It's just me, the way I am. I'm very picky and choosy, and there's probably not going to be a lot of backlog there that I want to play if they're really old games or just not even going to bother with, you know. Especially when Xbox, because I am primarily a PlayStation person anyway, and I don't even fuck with that shit on the PlayStation, so I can't see myself giving them any more money than I already have to. Having said that, if you do, just say they gave Titanfall 2 on this new subscription service, if you haven't got Xbox Live Gold or whatever, you cannot play online. You have to pay for online separate, like the Xbox Live Gold or whatever, that's fine, and then pay the extra £10 or whatever, $10 a month to get this subscription service. So you have to pay for online and you have to pay for that service to get access to the games. I don't know. I personally, I mean, you're already accustomed to paying for online, but I just can't see myself wanting to give them any more money than I need to. Besides, I'm very picky and choosy with the games I play. Not a lot of those games are going to appeal to me, so I will probably stay away from it. I won't even lie. But that's just my opinion. I'm quite stubborn that way. But for most people that haven't got a lot of money and can't afford to buy new games every month, I think it's a good idea. But then again, like I said, not being hypocritical, it's just the way I am. I buy pre-owned, I buy cheap, because I choose to, and like I said, it's not really worth it in a lot of cases, and that's just the way I am, personally. That's just me being me. I don't know what you guys think about it. I think it's for the casual gamer or whatever, or if you've got money to burn like that, you know, it's just, it saves a lot of money, I won't lie, but I'm just very picky and choosy. I don't play a lot of stuff on the Xbox anyway, and if I did, it would just be like Halo and Gears. Most of the things I play are primarily on the PS4, and even then I don't do that service. So that's just my opinion on that. He did, Phil Spencer, in the interview, go on to say about the Xbox Scorpio. Now, I'm sensitive of hearing about the Scorpio. We know it's going to be more powerful. He said it's going to have a familiar look, and said that the console is for premium gamers. Premium gamers. He says it's going to have a unique look to it, but it, again, will be familiar. And he's basically said that it's for people that spend the most hours, the most dollars, and plays most games. So basically the hardcore gamer is what he's trying to say this premium console is going to be for. When you look at, and he even compared it to the premium controller, or the elite controller, whatever. Now when I look at the elite controllers, all these brilliant, nice looking, sexy controllers, I think they look nice, but I don't give a shit enough to pay for them. With the Xbox Scorpio, it's going to be more powerful, and that's what appeals to me more than anything. But having said that, I can't see myself rushing out and buying it. As a PlayStation person, I haven't got the Pro, and I won't be buying the Xbox Scorpio, or at least not right away. The Xbox One S that I got right now got 2 years insurance on it, and then I'm protected that way. If the PlayStation 4 broke right now, I would rush out and go buy a Pro. There's no doubt about that. I haven't even got a TV to run the Pro anyway, but I would do it on principle just to be updated and everything, just the way I am. So I can't really see, even though I'm a hardcore gamer, I'm not going to go out splashing out money for the Xbox Scorpio. I think I'll get along fine with the S and the PS4 that I've got currently now. Again, I haven't got the TV either way. So my primary thing would be to buy a decent TV and then go for those consoles later on. But like I said, I'm not really interested in them at this point in time. As for price points, he said he's not trying to scare anyone on the pricing, but when we come out with the price, he says he thinks it will be a fair price for the product that they're building. Customers will tell us, as always, as they always do. I call it the premium because I don't want people to get confused. That somehow Scorpio is the thing that is going to take over the Xbox line. He says, take over the Xbox line? I don't really understand that. Well, Scorpio is the Xbox One, but it's gonna be, you know what I mean? It's gonna have the same look, but it's gonna leave it in the dust, surely. With the pricing, he says it's gonna be a premium price. So I'm thinking if the Xbox One S is about 250, which I paid, I'm gonna say 350. I'm gonna go on par and say 350. It might be 400, but I think it's gonna be 350, an extra 100. I can see it being that much. I think that's a fair amount considering the PS4 Pro is about 350. I can see it being around that area. But as I said before, I'm not going to rush out and buy one. When mine breaks or when my PS4 breaks, I'll go and upgrade the consoles. But other than that, I personally cannot see myself doing it. I know a lot of people are thinking about that. Let me know in the comments what you actually think about the subscription service and the Xbox One Scorpio. Will we be upgrading to it? Let me know in the comments, guys. The next story. In our next story, right, this is fucking hilarious, right? Bolivia, which is the backdrop for Ghost Recon Wildlands, the latest franchise latest game in the Ghost Recon franchise, which basically reminds me of SOCOM Confrontation. There will be an update through PvP on day one patch. They're going to be adding that in or whatever. We didn't get to play that in the actual beta, which is fucking retarded, which was a key aspect of it. You know, we was playing bots, we was teaming up, and we played a bit of the story mode, which I found running around kind of annoying. We was driving around. It was kind of dull in that aspect of it. It's like an open world army game. Good in principle, but I didn't really enjoy the experience as much. I want to go PvP and see how that gets me going, because I think that could replace SOCOM, or that's the closest we're going to get to SOCOM Confrontation back in the day. Again, that's just my opinion saying that on another franchise. It reminded me so much of it, so I'm desperate to see PvP, and then I might pick it up, if not just for the multiplayer. I'll play the story, of course, but I want to play the multiplayer, if it is as good as it looks in PvP. But why I'm mentioning it in this news Friday is Bolivia is not thrilled about the country's depiction in Ubisoft's new shooter Ghost Recon Wildlands. They report that the Bolivian government has filed a complaint over the country's portrayal in the game, that the fact that it is controlled by drug traffickers, and they have already put this complaint to the French government, and they want them to intervene. Unfucking believable. It is just a game, guys. Like, lighten the fuck up. Ubisoft has said, like all Tom Clancy's games from Ubisoft, the game takes place in a modern universe inspired by reality, but the characters, locations, and stories are all fantasy created solely for entertainment purposes, like movies and TV shows. It continued, Bolivia was chosen as the background of this game based on its magnificent landscapes, rich culture. The game has not tried to hide its connections to the drug trade, as it plays as you play as a special force operator trying to take down a fictional cartel. Bolivia apparently is reportedly the world's third largest producer of coca leaves, which is used basically to make cocaine. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Oh god. While the game's premise imagines a different reality than the one that exists in Bolivia today. We do hope that the in-game world comes close to representing the country's beautifully topography. That is topography? I don't know, I can't read that word, it's weird. It's not photography. Topography, whatever. That's a weird word. And that the players enjoy exploring with the diverse and open landscapes it moved us to create, Ubisoft has said. That's fucking hilarious that Bolivia, if anything, I think they've drawn more attention to themselves. People do not take games seriously. As a gamer, I do not take games seriously, and I don't think a lot of most people, like older generations or fucking tourist guides or whatever, do not pay attention to games. No one bases their holiday destinations on a fucking game. If anything, you fucked yourself up there by talking about it, because then people now are talking about Bolivia and are saying, oh really, it's the third lot? I did not know that. That's a fact that's out there now about Bolivia that I didn't need to know or want to know, but now I know it. You see that as a negative, but it's out there and I fucking know it, and hence all my subscribers now know it. But it's fucking ridiculous. You're crying about nothing. I think it's very childish. It's a fucking game. You are a country. You have a military power. You have people. You have tourists. You are an economy of sorts. Why you're even crying or bitching about a depiction of you in a game which kids play. Kids will play. No one plays Far Cry or any game like that and goes, I wonder what country's that in. I'm going to visit that country. That looks so beautiful. No one fucking thinks that way. It's the last thing they're thinking. If anything, they're thinking about the enemy, trying to kill the enemy, or whatever it is. That's it. And then getting out there and having a good story, and that's it. You know what I mean? So there's no intention there. I think you've caused a ricket there, and you've caused unnecessary attention to yourself in a negative light. Having said that, maybe people will check out Bolivia now, but I don't think your tourist board will much appreciate it. I mean, it could work in one way, I suppose. Maybe people will go to visit Bolivia or check it out because of the press. They always say that any press, good or bad, is good press. Press is press kind of scenario. I kind of agree with it in many ways. People have come out from things. Don't get me wrong, this is just a complaint. I mean, apparently they're talking about taking legal action. I don't know what kind of legal action they are going to take, but they said they'd rather do it through diplomatic means. But what is the French government going to do? What can you do? Change the location and the graphics of everything, thousands and thousands of hours of work? I think the French government, or any government in that fact, would more or less say, who gives a shit? What the fuck are you moaning about? It's a game. It's nothing. Just get on with it. No one gives a shit. You know what I mean? I think they're playing all out of proportion. Some motherfucker in Bolivia has too much time on their hands. You know, and they need to get a life. That's my opinion on that. But I thought I'd bring that to your attention. I think it's kind of funny and childish, to be honest with you. And in our final two pieces of news in this week's News Friday, Donny Yen, an actor that played in Rogue One and of course in IP Man, who's a martial artist by the way, will be starring in the film version apparently of Sleeping Dogs. Yes, they're actually making a live action movie of Sleeping Dogs. I cannot wait if that goes through. Now IP Man is a martial arts film, and he played the part of, I can't remember the guy's name. Oh my god, I can't remember the character he plays. But basically, I think it might just be IP Man, but I can't remember his actual name. But it's actually the real life story of the trainer who trained Bruce Lee. It's his life story. So you can check that out on Netflix if you're interested in martial arts. It is all in Japanese or whatever, so you have to read subtitles. But I highly recommend checking that show out if you're into martial arts and stuff like that, or even love Sleeping Dogs. But he might be playing the main part of I can't remember his name, who I'm playing in Sleeping Dogs now. I'm totally excited for it either way. It's going to be fucking awesome. But guys, Sleeping Dogs, man, as a live action movie, I pay to see that all day. Already, I'm all over that. I'm 100% behind that. I think it might be a 2-hour film plus. It is going to be one of those films where you cannot fit in all the game's narrative into 90 minutes. It ain't really going to work that way. I hope not. They also cannot whitewash the movie. There's no getting around that. You can't be in Hong Kong or wherever and have all white people around there or whatever. It's not going to work. It has to be, you know, it is going to be Hollywood made, no doubt, I assume, or more or less, you know what I mean, on that narrative. But of course, I'm hoping it's going to be in English as well, which seems kind of difficult, I know, and ironic. But I don't want to read that in subtitles, and I don't think it will. I think it's too popular, and I think that, you know, I mean, the game's primarily based in English anyway, with a few words spoken here and there. It's not like Yakuza, which is totally motherfucking dominated by subtitles and stuff like that. So that would be a killer and would have to be all in Japanese, or I assume it would be anyway. But I can't wait for that. That's great news, and I love Donny Yen. Can't wait to see him in that role, and I have complete faith in him to do the role. Great actor, and if you are interested in martial arts and interested in Sleeping Dogs kind of movie scenario and seeing what Donny Yen can do, by all means check out Netflix, IP Man. All 3 movies are there, including Mike Tyson's in one of them. I think the 3rd one, which I have yet to see. It is on there, or was on there, so I definitely got to check that out myself. So that's good. I can't believe, ironically, how I'm playing it, and then all of a sudden they come up with a live action movie. In a final piece of news this week is apparently Warner Brothers has, somebody in Warner Brothers Studio has leaked a new Batman game. It is going to be called Batman ARKHAM Insurgency. Apparently a few details got leaked. Batman ARKHAM Insurgency is set to see the game 3 years after the events of Batman Arkham Origins, which places it in a prequel territory. Batman Arkham Insurgency is reported to be taking place in the coastal area of Gotham City, to possibly shake up the settings and move away from its monitory city shady Gothic locales, as it were. The game's storyline will allege with Batman Roger Craig Smith, playing Batman I suppose, take on the mysterious Illuminati equal Court of Owls. Now, Court of Owls is a comic book. Or there's a comic called Court of Owls, and I suppose it's basing the story off of that. That's the story narrative. I haven't checked it out. I haven't got it. So whatever, make what you want of it. So it's going to be an interesting new story to me, even though it's a comic book version. We'll see how true they stick to it. I don't know, but like I said, I'm just going to go in and play it either way. The leader of it is called the aptly named Owlman, apparently. But besides taking on the Owls, a massive breakout has been staged as well at Blackgate Prison and the Arkham Asylum. You know what I mean, all break out, and these characters, the bad guys, pretty much in every Batman game, I believe, is the Riddler, Al Ghul, Mad Monk, the Ventriloquist, I can't say the word, Ventriloquist, the guy with the dummy, so he's going to be a new enemy to face off with, Two-Face, Killer Moth, apparently, Dollmaker, creepy, and of course the Joker, played by Troy Baker, which we all love. Troy Baker, a great voice actor, so he'll be playing the Joker as well. Now I'm trying to think about any more, trying to see if I can find any more details on it for you guys. I'm trying to look for a release date. It's expected to be released on PS4, Xbox One and PC, but of course, no release date because it has been leaked. This is just a leak right now. So that's very interesting. I definitely will be playing Batman Arkham Insurgency. I know I'm supposed to be getting on with the Telltale's games of Batman, which I haven't bought all the episodes yet. I've been doing other things and stuff, and I kind of moved away from it, but I will go back to it. My Batman playthrough that I've got up right now isn't good. I used my headset before I got this mic, so it's all at times in the game. It's no point even watching that playthrough. It's like I did them in hour parts as well. One of my first 2 or 3 games that I did, not very good at all, and I wouldn't recommend watching that playthrough. But definitely I will be playing this game. Can't wait to get back into the Batman universe for what they can do. Warner Bros. Studio, they have always made good Batman games, but I don't want that car being a major factor in it. That's really going to piss me off. Let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Are you excited to play the new Arkham Insurgency game? Like I said, there's no release date. It's just been leaked, so I'm kind of disappointed at that. But that is a game I'm actually happy to, can't wait to fork out on. Sleeping Dogs, by the way, the game that I'm playing should end next week, I'm hoping, and then we'll get on to a new game. You know, I know I've been going 40 minutes plus, but they're broken up into intervals. I've been trying to knock out the game faster and faster for you guys. Yes, it's 2 videos per day, but instead of 60 minutes, I've been giving you 80 minutes worth of footage at least, you know. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Follow me on social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all in the link in the description below. I've disassociated my Facebook with my Twitter, so you're not getting feed of a load of crap. We're actually, it's not getting lost in all the updates that I do, which go on Facebook, which goes into a coded message onto Twitter, which is annoying for you guys. I know it's probably spamming your feed. That's why probably a lot of people have unfollowed me and stuff like that. But like I said, all those social media accounts will be in the link in the description below. Don't forget to check out my affiliation, Razer.com. That will also be in the link in the description below. And I hope you guys continue at the end of this video. Watch my oh man, what am I playing? Sleeping Dogs, or maybe I have finished The Walking Dead. If you didn't catch on to that, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, by the way, there will be a food review out tomorrow. Yes, indeed. I will be doing a food review of a McDonald's product, and I hope you join me for that on Saturday at 7 PM UK time. Thank you so much for watching.